Hey guys, welcome back to Elley Knows Rocks. I am standing in the beautiful southern Oregon. I am freezing my butt off right now, but I am standing on top of Waldo Hill. And the reason I am here today is because I am looking for Sailor Digging's old gold mine. Apparently he jumped ship years ago in Crescent City and heard about a gold strike in the Waldo area and came up to Waldo Hill. So we're trying to discover if there's anything left over. As you know or don't know, in southern Oregon it rains all the time. It's constantly green and constantly damp out. So if there is anything here that's left, it's probably long gone, but hopefully we'll find some remains and we'll show them to you guys.
So here's the memorial sign for Sailor Diggings. It's kind of difficult to read the writing, but if you pause it, you can read about him. It seems like no matter where you go in Oregon, everything is always dark. The trees definitely block out the sun. But this is us traveling up the dirt road. My dad's driving his trusty truck to take us where we need to go. And that's to the top of Waldo Hill. The sun started to go down pretty fast, so we were trying to get there as quickly as we could. All of a sudden, coming around the mountain, we had sunshine. It was quite amazing, but it's not very uncommon for Oregon. And wow, the view was absolutely spectacular from up there. Starting out on my long hike to the top of the hill, oftentimes this view makes me feel like I'm in a video game. So let's speed it up a bit. During this time, me and my dad had a long conversation about what we were going to do after this and about an old mine that he'd heard about in the area.
So, somewhere around here, there's supposed to be a deep mine that has, that's mostly full of water.
Ooh, really?
This beautiful rock right here is called serpentinite, often called the snakeskin rock because of its texture. It's composed of one or more of the serpentine mineral group. The minerals in this group are rich in magnesium, iron, and water, and are light to dark green in color. And it's created by the hydration and metamorphic transformation of ultramafic rocks in the Earth's mantle. It's a low-temperature metamorphic process. Serpentinite is often formed through olivine via several different reactions, being rich in forsterite, the manganese end member, or phaolite, the iron end member. These carbonatized peridiotites of ultramafic rock were rich with secondary gold mineralization and altered mineralogy. So this would have been the primary ore body that they were looking for gold in. And no, this rock is not dangerous to handle. Although it contains asbestos in a fibrous form, it needs to be crushed and then inhaled to be dangerous. When carving this rock, a respirator should be worn. This appears to be a small prospect pit where they would have been digging to see if the rock would have been a viable ore source for gold. You can see how lush and green everything in Oregon is. It's quite amazing when you're walking around. You realize how much could be covered underneath all the green stuff, much different from exploring in Arizona.
This is like a little trail, it's lined. See the rocks? Oh, was there a head frame?
Standing in another corner.
Yeah, there's one right over here. There's two.
What's that from?
This was a head frame.
What's that mean?
In other words, there were four corners. There was something here they were digging up out of the ground. Or they were pulling it from one of the hills. There's a dump right over there, and I guarantee there's probably one over on the other side.
Pretty much did step on it. They'll walk right over. What's that?
That would have been an anchor
Cable.
to, yeah, as a cable.
I'm very proud of my handful of rocks and this cool rivet that I found. Scanning the area to try to find an ore dump pile turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought underneath all of these manzanita trees. But eventually I did come across a few dump piles, which was awesome. And they're perfectly in line with where the head frame could have been pulling them up the hill. But when I went on a small nature walk, I didn't find anything down the hill.
What's a marked path?
Yeah, it has rocks on both sides. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? And there's even like a little trail that goes up right here. Why? I don't know. Maybe this was just their little camp. But that area over there is definitely their head frame. Or what was remaining of 4 posts and some anchors. I wonder if there's any more anchors that are over here.
I'm on a mission to see if this cleared out area has more anchors to the head frame, or if it's possibly a camp. I know you can't hear me as I'm walking around, but you don't find many cleared out areas in the underbrush like this.
It's fairly old.
And it's old enough that they had to,
Yeah,
you know,
punch it.
puncture it. That's pretty neat.
That little depression there just made a little digging.
Oh, damn.
Oh, look. It is a little digging.
Whoa. Oh, there's more lumber and stuff over there too.
An old digging spot. He was going the opposite direction.
Where?
He went the opposite direction.
These are definitely old timbers for something that they were digging in this little hole right here. Or maybe it was just their outhouse and I'm digging around in somebody's old crappy dirt, but hopefully not.
It shows you how fast everything here grows.
Yeah, you're still recording, right?
Yep.
Got an old can, Mom. What are you looking at?
I'm still very much on the hunt to see if this is some kind of camp, which, after finding the can, I'm pretty sure is.
It's all old cut.
Okay, we're coming back. I found the trash pile. Yes! Oh, this is awesome! The trash pile! Yeah, it might not be old, but we're gonna find out. What lake is that right down there? Olympia Beer. Is that what it says?
Yep.
Can you find it? That's amazing. Look at this one. Oh, it's just apple juice, but
It's old enough that they're
Hood River?
fairly old.
Huh. No sugar added. Wonder what date. Do we find a date? It says it's made in Oregon. Hood River, Oregon. Diamond Peak. You still getting me?
Yep.
Oh, that says Spam. That's not that old.
Spam's been around forever.
Real gold.
Yeah, somebody's already dug in it.
Yeah, but still interesting. It's old. Oh, look, there's an old pull tab.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sweet. Like,
It ain't as old as ours. Our property.
no. But this is still really cool.
Yeah, they did on the Do you?
These guys?
Yeah, the timbers.
Oh, they could have been.
Covered the dump site.
Yeah, could have been. Because most of the time people would, no, truth,
Throw the trash in with it.
throw the trash in where they had their outhouse. So you never know.
Could be petrified.
I never find this part of them. I always find cans. Oh, what'd you find?
See the
Oh, the shiny stuff?
I'm telling my dad about the minerals in the serpentinite and how it gets its green color from olivine.
I found some really cool old cans. They're not amazing minerals, but we did find that serpentinite, so that's pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and share it with somebody who likes rocks or mining as well, and come back for more.
I loved spending the time in Oregon that I got to spend. Even though it was cold for me, it was still beautiful. So thank you all so much for being part of my adventure. Please come back to see what other adventures I have in store. Bringing my parents along was quite adorable. This was the first time they'd been on an adventure with me.